Donkey Kong Bonanza is not better than Mario Odyssey. But Mario Odyssey is not better than Donkey Kong Bonanza. I don't compare these two games for any of the reasons you'll find elsewhere, but I'll get to that later. In this new entry, DK is minding his own business, working in a mine alongside other primates. There's gold in them their mines, but more importantly, there are bananas. As soon as DK finds what he loves so dearly, it's snatched away by Voidco, a group of Kongs who have taken a page from real-life corporations who don't want some of the bananas, but all of the bananas. I find it interesting there's this whole lore about Kongs being different than other monkeys in this world, but hey, that's neat. Voidco begins drilling deeper into the core of the planet, and it's up to you as DK to chase him down. The story's fine, and the finale in the game is honestly fantastic, but again, I don't play these games for detailed, multi-layered stories. Though, I guess this is a multi-layered game. In DK Bonanza, it's all about destruction. Most of each level can be decimated by DK, but it usually isn't a requirement. In fact, most of the stuff to do in this game is completely optional. You don't have to get every Bananium gem. You don't have to collect each fossil. You don't have to have large amounts of gold. The main storyline and quests are straightforward, offer some serviceable storytelling, and include delightful interactions between DK and Pauline. Honestly, they are adorable together. But they only ever have you dip your toes into the destruction and collectible pool. But let me tell ya, collecting things and destroying everything in your path is so satisfying. You'll roll, jump, slap, clap, pounce, surf, and do so much more to get through each layer and collect as much as your heart desires. There are Kong abilities that you get throughout your adventure that do different things and offer different abilities. I'm not going to go too far into those because really experiencing them and seeing them for the first time and hearing the music that's associated with each is really honestly awesome. There are also different outfits and different things you can attach to both DK and Pauline to help you out through your adventure as well. You can punch downward, you can punch forward, and you can punch upward. When I was first introduced to this mechanic, I was a little bit worried, but honestly, it is fantastic. This game entices you to explore. You can't go far without suddenly seeing a potential fossil in the distance or the top of a banana poking out from the earth. Punching gold deposits and seeing all the pieces fly everywhere just to clap and gather them all up at once it's extraordinary. What makes this all feel wonderful and trigger the chemicals in my brain that reflect an addiction are the visual and audio feedback. The look of so many tiny pieces flying across the screen paired with incredible sound design truly, quote-unquote, scratches the itch. This isn't an incredibly difficult game, though there will most likely be challenges along the way that may get your palms sweaty. This is also a different kind of platformer. Normally, if you need to get to the top of something, you'll enact precision jumps, dive, and running to get there. In DK Bonanza, most surfaces you can just climb. Sure, some collectibles require you to think a little outside of the box, but most are easily accessible. You just have to discover them. This also doesn't mean that you can't pair together some really cool moves to go a long distance or to go upward. The game also runs very well. I was surprised that the Switch 2 held up so well, in fact. I was equally impressed seeing the game run in handheld and how sharp it looks while mostly running at 60 frames per second. Sure, there are drops, and unfortunately, the two big drops I experienced were both boss battles, but there was nothing game-breaking or extremely detrimental here. When I sat back to think why the game might start chugging a bit, I realized just how much destruction the hardware was processing at that moment. So I get it, and the performance drops are there, but I never once thought, ooh, no, this ain't it. What's amazing throughout, though, is the art direction. Goodness, I love all these designs. Initially, I reacted to the DK redesign like most others.
Look how they massacred my boy.
But now that I've seen it in action and gotten used to it, I prefer it. DK is so incredibly expressive, and the animations and art direction are top quality. Cutscenes are delightful, and there are way more than I expected there to be. There's voice acting as well, and it's good here. But where this game truly shines is in the map and layer designs and color usage. This game is glorious to look at, both on a TV and in handheld. It's quite amazing what this team was able to create. They designed maps that offered the flexibility for each player to traverse and explore them differently, but somehow managed to still feel handcrafted and purposeful. In addition to the big map for each layer, there are sub-layers, and there are challenges throughout. There's so much to see and explore here that it was almost irresistible to ignore looking around for collectibles and finding any little hidden Easter eggs. Remember how I said I wasn't going to compare this game to Mario Odyssey save for one aspect? Where DK Bananza succeeds the most is how it just wants you to be happy while playing. When I first played Mario Odyssey 8 years ago, I feel old. I was smiling the entire time. Everything was a joy to behold and experience, and the gameplay was just so damn fun. DK Bananza does this again, and as effectively as Mario Odyssey did it. The fun little Easter eggs, the well-done music, the crispy visuals, the addicting and varied control mechanics, it all just wants you to have a great time. And a great time I did have. Donkey Kong Bananza is the Nintendo Switch 2 seller. Yes, I know Mario Kart World came out, and I actually really like that game, but this game is it. This game is absolutely fantastic all around with very few flaws. This game gives me hope we won't have to wait over 20 years for another 3D DK platforming game. Please don't wait another 20 years, Nintendo.